Punjabi singer Sidhu Moose Wala was brutally murdered by gangsters on Sunday evening in Punjab's Mansa district. Is going to be cremated in an hour from now. Hundreds of Moose Wala's fans gathered outside his house to pay final tributes. Sources tell India Today that Moose Wala may have been shot at over 24 times. And with the gang war angle exploding, Lawrence Bishnoi is under the radar of the police. According to sources, Sidhu's post-mortem report reveals there are nearly 24 bullet wounds on his body. A bullet wound has been found in his skull. Excessive bleeding could be the reason behind his untimely death. Gangsters Lawrence Bishnoi and Kala Jathedi were allegedly questioned by the Delhi Police Special Cell on Monday. In the investigation, 7 people have been detained so far. One of them is believed to be directly connected to Moose Wala's murder. Meanwhile, gangster Lawrence Bishnoi has demanded additional security, and he's also received this, is what we are learning.
Ahead of the cremation of Sidhu Moose Wala, emotions run high outside the residence of Sidhu Moose Wala. You can see his supporters, his family members, his friends who have gathered outside the residence, and they are, taking the name of Sidhu Moose Wala. They are speaking about Sidhu Moose Wala. We'll try and speak with a few of them. आप लोग सब आज बाहर खड़े हो, सिद्धू मूसेवाला के लिए क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
बहुत माड़ा काम हुई, बस इस तरह कुछ नहीं कहना।
लेजेंड था, लेजेंड पंजाब का लेजेंड था वो। सभी उसकी चढ़ाई से चढ़ते थे।
आप इसी गांव से हो?
हाँ, हम बहुत दूर से हैं, गुरदासपुर जिले से हैं।
आप गुरदासपुर से हैं?
जी।
आप कहाँ से?
हम पत्ती से, लुधियाना जिला में से।
आप लुधियाना से हैं?
हाँ जी।
तो आप लोग इतने दूर से ट्रैवल करके आए हो?
हाँ, प्यार है उसका, सिद्धू भाई का। सिद्धू भाई से प्यार था इतना, इसलिए।
आप कहाँ?
चंडीगढ़ से। हाँ जी।
The emotions that run high, people coming from far across to see him for one last time, speaks for the kind of fan following he enjoyed. With video journalist Pradeep Gupta, this is Shreya Chatterjee for India Today.
Shreya Chatterjee is getting us more details on that big story. Fans have come out. There's a massive outpouring, not just in Punjab, but in different parts of the country. Shreya, today at 12 o'clock, the last rites of Sidhu Moose Wala will be carried out.
Well, yes, Sneha, and I'm just outside that cremation ground where his last rites will take place. This is at his own village where the final rites will happen. This is the cremation ground from we are reporting right now, and his residence is roughly, I believe, some few meters away, and very soon, Sneha, the last rites will take place. His mortal remains will be brought to this very cremation ground, and the gathering, Sneha, that has taken place across the Moose Wala village is something to look at, because these people are not just villagers. They've travelled from far across. We've been speaking with them since morning. They've been they have been speaking for Moose Wala. They are also angry. We've seen them raising slogans against the government over here for the incident that took place. And we've also seen the kind of security arrangement, Sneha, that has taken place across the Moose Wala village. We've seen commandos lining up outside his residence. We've seen security personnel just full in his house, and every point in this village, we have Punjab police officials raising the question that if these security were also given to him on that day, then probably the incident could have been averted. So there's high sentiment running in his village right now. People are gathering over here, paying their last tribute. Some of them are breaking down because they want to see Moose Wala for one last time, but they're not being allowed. They broke down in front of Punjab police. But in few moments, this final rites of Sidhu Moose Wala will take place at this very cremation ground.
Shreya, if you could just move around and get in a word from the people who are waiting there to get a final glimpse of Moose Wala. Like you said, people have been gathering there in crowds together. He was a very, very popular singer. This was a rather tragic and untimely demise of Sidhu Moose Wala. Very, very unexpected in the manner in which this happened, with the Aam Aadmi Party boasting about the fact that they've downgraded the security of several people, including Sidhu Moose Wala, which many of his fans say that actually made him a sitting duck.
चेंज कर दी लोकेशन आना
Yes, Sneha, I'll go across to these people and I'll ask them that, they're gathering over here. Sir, आप लोग सवेरे से आए हो क्या आखिरी बार सिद्धू मूसेवाला को देखने के लिए?
हाँ जी, हम भाई साहब को देखने के लिए, हमारा तो मानसा पड़ता है, लेकिन आप ऑप्शन इसकी सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर या कोई और तरह का क्वेश्चन कीजिए।
सर, सिक्योरिटी आप बहुत बड़ी सवाल हम देख रहे हैं कि जो गांव में हर एक चौराहे पे पुलिस है, कमांडोज उनके घर के बाहर है, तो आज सिक्योरिटी इतनी है, उस दिन नहीं थी। हम देख रहे हैं पीछे भी आप देखिए,
लेकिन भगवान से बड़ा तो कोई नहीं है ना। चल वो उसके पास वो उसकी लाइफ का कोई वो आप पर्सनली पॉइंट था, वो अकेले चला गया, लेकिन कहाँ ना कहाँ सरकार की भी जहाँ पर भूमिका सामने आ रही है, क्योंकि रशियन का हथियार है जो जहाँ पर बरता गया।
हम कई ऐसे उनके जो सपोर्टर्स है वो ये कह रहे हैं कि आज अगर सिक्योरिटी दे सकते हैं इतने, तो उस दिन क्यों नहीं?
बिल्कुल नाकामी है जी सरकार की, हमने खुद वोट डाला है, ऐसी बात उनकी ये नाकामी जरूर है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं जो कहते हैं ना भगवान से बड़ा कोई नहीं होता, इनकी डेथ हुई है।
आप भी मिलने के लिए देखने के लिए आए?
हाँ जी,
को एक आखिरी बार कि आप क्या कहेंगे कि इतनी सिक्योरिटी आज है गांव में, उस दिन सिक्योरिटी नहीं थी?
ये सरकार की नाकामी है जी। सरकार ने मतलब के जो उससे सिक्योरिटी वापस ली थी उसकी नाकामी, आज इसका कोई फायदा नहीं है। इस सिक्योरिटी का जो दुनिया तैनात कर रखे ना सिक्योरिटी कमांडो और पुलिस वगैरह, इसका जो कोई फायदा नहीं है।
मैम मैं बात कहना चाहता हूँ,
Sneha, you see, this is a sentiment, that they have, that what's the reason of giving so much of security today? Because it's useless. Just to understand the security arrangement, look at every point, every nook and corner, all you will see is Punjab police forces. I'll ask my cameraman to just pan around, then people can get a glimpse and idea of the amount of security arrangement that's been done. So that's the reason, their fans have gathered. They're asking this question, that what's the use of the security once the person has already died? If so many commandos were there for Punjab police who are in availability, why couldn't they be there for Sidhu Moose Wala? At the first place, why was the security downgraded?
Shreya, be with us. We'll come back to you for more on that. We're staying with this. Remember, we're talking about the role of the Aam Aadmi Party government as well, where Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann is facing extreme criticism for making security downgrade details public. Why did he do that is the question that everyone is asking. The AAP government came under heavy fire from the opposition for a poster shared on the party's Twitter handle that mentioned Moose Wala's name while announcing the security downgrade. BJP sought strict action by the police, calling it a criminal act, saying that the party is behind the murder. Punjab High Court has pulled up the Mann government as well, asking how secret documents pertaining to security withdrawals were leaked. Moose Wala was among the 424 people whose security was downgraded by the Punjab police on Saturday, just a day before his gruesome murder in Mansa.
जिस प्रकार से सिद्धू मूसेवाला की निर्मम हत्या दिन दहाड़े की गई है, ये एक स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड मर्डर है जिसके लिए आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार पूर्ण तरीके से जिम्मेदार है। जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने 424 लोगों की सिक्योरिटी को बिना कोई तथ्य या तर्क के विड्रॉ किया और केवल वाहवाही सस्ती लूटने के लिए उन्होंने इस लिस्ट को सार्वजनिक किया। आज पंजाब में ऐसी स्थिति आ चुकी है कि वहां पर कानून व्यवस्था पूर्ण तरीके से ध्वस्त हो चुकी है।
A sensational angle has emerged in the investigation of Moose Wala's death. India today has accessed the dossier on Canada-based gangster Goldie Brown, who's claimed responsibility of the murder. Among Goldie's associates, the name of Rajasthan's gangster Sampat Nehra has also been mentioned. Nehra had carried out a recce of Salman Khan's house in Mumbai in the year 2018, plotting against the Bollywood star. In the dossier, 12 associates of Goldie Brown have been disclosed who are engaged in criminal activities. The first among these is the infamous gangster of Punjab, Lawrence Bishnoi. Goldie has been branded as an A+ category gangster and has been declared an absconder. Shreya continues to be with us on that story. Shreya, in fact, as far as the investigations are concerned, it's very evident that a gang war angle is emerging with Goldie Brown's name. Lawrence Bishnoi continues to be behind bars. But tell us a little more about Goldie Brown and also the manner in which he was plotting things outside of Punjab, including an attack on Salman Khan.
Well, absolutely. Sneha, the chilling fact is that a person sitting in Canada who's escaped the country was planning a murder. And he called the shots, and we saw how Sidhu Moose Wala was gunned down. And Goldie Brown, you know, the way he also accepted the fact, posting on social media, that he is the one responsible for the death of Sidhu Moose Wala, calling it a revenge killing itself is a huge, is a spine-chilling incident. Now, who is Goldie Brown? He is one of the associates, one of the members of the Lawrence Bishnoi gang. Lawrence Bishnoi and Goldie Brown, they were friends. They met at the Punjab University, and their gang dates back to those times. So this gang is also behind, you know, extortion. They extort from liquor mafias. They also send extortion calls to the public figures and Punjabi singers. We've had these figures coming out in the open talking about the kind of threat the singers here have in Punjab. So it's an extremely serious condition, you know, which the Punjab police will have to look into. How can gangs operate in broad daylight and give threat calls, extortion calls? This is a question that asks that, you know, whether law of the land actually prevails in the state of Punjab or not. Because the incident that took place, the attack that took place on Sidhu Moose Wala, that was an incident on broad daylight. And it was an extremely busy stretch. It was a well-plotted murder. There were cars that intercepted his vehicle. The people inside the car, they got down, they fired at Sidhu Moose Wala. So definitely huge questions on the part of Punjab police so as law and order is concerned.